Brian Fritz here with WWE superstar Wade Barrett in Miami for WrestleMania 28 weekend down here South Beach. Have you got an opportunity to go out on the beach and enjoy yourself a little bit yet?
No, I literally got here about 6 p.m. yesterday. By 8 p.m. I was stood here at the Access Arena and I was signing for the fans for a couple of hours. I went back home then, went to bed. I had to get up today at 5 for media with you guys. So literally I haven't stopped since I got here, and really for the next few days it's going to be non-stop. We've got this great event here, Access, for the fans to come out to, and I'm very busy with that. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, even for people that are not going to be competing on the card, you sure keep busy these weekends, don't you?
That's right, they get the money worth out of us. I'm injured at the moment, unfortunately. I was going to be on the WrestleMania show, but I got a nasty elbow injury a few weeks ago and I've had surgery on that. So probably in about 4 months' time I'll be back in action. But in the meantime, like I say, I'm making the most of being here as a fan, and I'm meeting a lot of people, and very much looking forward to the show on Sunday.
I was going to ask you about the injury because, I mean, it has to be devastating. No, it's right before WrestleMania. We saw the reaction when it happened from you.
You heard the reaction too, I bet.
We heard the reaction. There was a silence real quick, so we did not hear the reaction actually.
Yeah,
so how do you deal with something like that, knowing, okay, I know this is a major injury and at the worst time of the year?
Yeah, well, my immediate reaction, I knew this, literally the second it happened, I knew this is bad, it needs surgery, I'm going to be out for at least 4 or 5 months with this. I knew it was a bad one. I thought possibly maybe even more at the time. I thought the bones had broken. Fortunately they hadn't, but I had some ligament damage. In terms of timing, there's never a good time to get injured. It would have been as frustrating for me if I'd got injured now as if it had been in 6 months' time. So, I mean, the WrestleMania thing is bad, but just being injured in general, for someone who does what we do, for someone as active as we are, and I mean, I was on a pretty good run at the time with WWE. I'd just come off the back of a pretty high-profile run with Randy Orton, so it was very disappointing, very frustrating for me, but it takes a couple of weeks to get over how down you are about it, and I'm on the way back up now and rehabbing and training very lightly, and like I say, hopefully in a few months I'll be back bigger and stronger than before.
Obviously accidents happen in this business, but that match was rather chaotic, to say the least. How can you avoid something like that, or is there any way to avoid it when you've got a match like that with so many people involved and bodies literally flying everywhere?
Well, what happened with me, I think, is just a freak accident. I mean, we always tell people don't try this at home because it is very dangerous. We're highly trained. I've been doing this for 8.5 years. I've been trained by the best people in the world. And, you know, accidents do happen, just like on a football field or in ice hockey or whatever sport you watch. I mean, stuff does happen. There's not a lot else we could have done to prevent this happening. It was no one's fault. It was something where just the cards fell badly for me that day. You can analyse it. There's nothing we could have done. It's something that probably on 10 occasions previously I've done stuff where I really should have been injured, but I've managed to get away with it. But on this occasion it just didn't work out for me, and you can never predict when it's going to happen. You just have to hope it doesn't happen very often, or you stay away from it as long as possible, and when it does happen you just have to rehab and get back as quickly as you can, and that's all I'm focused on right now.
You get to sit back, enjoy the festivities a little bit, watch WrestleMania 28, also the Hall of Fame the night before. You've been around Edge for a little while. Tell me some thoughts and memories of Edge being around him as he gets set to go into the Hall of Fame.
It's great to see Edge going in there. He's like probably the first of the guys who I've actually competed against and been in the ring with, who's actually gone into the Hall of Fame. So that's great for me to see a guy like him go up there. He's somebody who I've been in the WWE now for about 2 years, and he was one of the veterans who when we first got here as Nexus and NXT and stuff like that, he was one of the guys who really reached out to us and really helped us out, gave us some advice, was always very nice to us in the locker room, which wasn't universal at the time. You know, when you first break into a locker room, it's very difficult to get to know guys, especially some of the veterans can be very standoffish, but Edge was never like that. He was always one of the first ones to welcome us in. So I'm very pleased to see him going in there. Very excited to watch him get his awards and stuff on Saturday night. And, good luck to him. I'm very proud for him.
We've got Rock versus John Cena at WrestleMania. A couple guys that literally don't like each other. There is some true animosity there. What's it like from your standpoint being the company and seeing the story as it's gotten to this point, and then we'll see the match on Sunday night?
I think that our animosity, a lot of what we do is showbiz. The animosity there is 100% genuine, I can tell you that for free. They're very competitive guys, very successful guys, and I think this is a great opportunity for the WWE universe. Probably only every 10 years or so do you get an icon from one generation taking on an icon from a different generation, and that really is what you've got here. These kind of matches don't happen often, and I think that's really why there's so much animosity there between them. They've both got an ego. They both think they're the best from their respective generations, and you know, I think it's going to be a great match. I'm very excited for it, and who knows who's going to win? I mean, it's a real great bonus for the fans to get to see that.
You're a nice guy. Any animosity towards any other WWE superstars you'd like to get in the ring, mix it up with?
I have animosity with everyone, if I'm perfectly honest with you. There's very few people that I get on with in WWE. Probably William Regal is one of the very few people I actually like. He's very similar to myself. But, you know, you say I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy outside the ring. When it comes to being in the ring, when it comes to WWE, that's business as far as I'm concerned. I'm there to win. I'm there to get to the top. I'm there to become world champion and make a lot of money. And that's why people don't tend to like me. I'm very cutthroat and direct like that. And like I say, there's no one I won't step on to get to the top.
I said you seem like a nice guy. I don't know if you really are.
It's just a front, believe me.
Thanks for the time, Wade. Appreciate it.
Thank you.